Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing EpicEffects in the 5-minute pool on ICC. And against EpicEffects, I'm going to play my favorite opening, the Scandinavian. And we'll play the main line with Queen A5. I remember a game I had against this guy in the Sicilian, Open Sicilian. So let's just hit him with something different this time. I'll play Bishop F5 here. Bishop E6 is also interesting. So now I'll go Bishop E6. There's a trap here. If they play Bishop C4, I have Knight takes G4. Looks dangerous for white to do that. I don't think I've ever had anyone do that, but I know that is a trap in the position. So against this move, probably just Knight beat E7. Yeah. We'll just offer a trade, see if he wants to trade knights on D7. EpicEffects. Don't think there's too much info on this guy. Okay. Says his name is Bruce Williams from Brisbane, Australia. Good day. Good day, EpicEffects. Okay, I'll play... I want to figure out how to get my light square bishop into the game. The way he's adopted his setup is annoying for my light square bishop because presumably I'm going to put it on E6, but maybe I shouldn't have played knight BD7. Maybe I should have played G6. Not quite sure. I'm going to play E6. This is very bad for my light square bishop's health, but I think it's okay in this position. I don't see a huge issue with it. And then I'll go here. Wow, just like that, he offers to sacrifice the pawn on C3. I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to castle. Giving him a chance to move his knight, but I think if I had taken and then grabbed on C3, he might have been able to play Bishop D6 and prevented me from castling. I was concerned about that. Knight D5 is one idea I have here. C5 is another idea. As it stands, I think I'll just play Rook A D8. Get ready to maybe play C5. Nice to X-ray his queen with my rook on the D file. Queen G3. Okay, that's annoying. Didn't really connect with me that he might be going over there. So now he's threatening Bishop C7. I could adjust by playing Rook C8. Queen A6 is another move. Yeah, maybe Queen A6. I'll do that. Looks a little awkward for my queen to be here, though. I wonder if he could move this rook and then play Bishop F1. So if I take, I get the feeling he's going to take with his pawn. Let's just go back with the bishop. My position's a little cramped is the only thing. It's solid, but it's cramped. I got to be aware of Bishop F1 now. That's a move that could mess with me. Maybe B6. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, let's go B6. Just so I can play Queen B7 if he plays Bishop F1. There's no doubt he's better right now, though. He has more space. His position just looks a little nicer in general. I do feel I'm pretty solid, though. Yeah, I regret playing Knight BD7 back on move 8. If I had to pinpoint a moment in the opening that I would change, it would be that one. Okay, I'll just trade. And I'd like to be able to play C5. My light square bishop needs to be activated somehow. It's not easy. I need a decent way to unravel. About Queen B5. Queen B5 looks like it could be a bit annoying for him. So let's take a flyer on that move. I'm just threatening B2. My thinking is if he plays B3, well, I might be able to take on A3. So he may not be willing to do that. Well, he's daring me to. It's certainly the principled move to play that. So if I take on a3, what tricks does he have? Bishop d3? I think I'm going to do it. My position might be bad if I don't do that, so the surest way to try to get back in the game is, you know, try to force your opponent to a decision. Bishop b2, maybe. Let's do that. EpicEffects is just playing instantly. If I take, is bishop c7 a problem? I don't think so. Let's just do this. Maybe I can play e5? What is that move about? Did I miss something? Okay. What is going on? Okay. He must have thought his queen was on g2 or f3 or something. That was bizarre. I don't know what he was thinking there. Yeah, he must have thought his queen-bishop battery was on this diagonal rather than the a2, b8 diagonal. Wow. Okay, well, lucky break by me. Let's go and take a look at it. One of the more strange conclusions I've had to a game recently. So this move, knight e5. Yeah, as I mentioned, black can play either bishop f5 or bishop e6. I'm not quite sure which one's better. In one line, it encourages white to play g4. That's bishop f5. I sort of think bishop e6 is like slightly more secure. I think this is the move that Anand chose against Kasparov in the only game where the Scandinavian has been tested at the World Championship level, which was in their 1995 PCA match in New York. And Anand surprised him with the Scandinavian and played this move, bishop e6. So, bishop f5 is interesting, though. It's a little more provocative. And then g4 and put the bishop back here. So the quote-unquote trap that I mentioned is if they go bishop c4, trying to trade bishops and get the knight to c4, then black has this amusing move. And the knight is overloaded. It's trying to defend g4 and c4. And then the line runs bishop takes e6, knight takes e5. And here, the best move for white is the paradoxical bishop c8. No joke. And then black plays queen c7, and then bishop takes b7, queen takes b7, d takes e5, leads to a position that I think is like a little bit better for black. White's structure is a bit more compromised than black's is. Same with white's king safety. So unfortunately, like no one ever really does this. So maybe I should just give up the bishop f5 line in favor of bishop e6. Here I'm probably better off playing g6. I think I maybe should delay the decision to develop the knight. Or perhaps just capture with the knight, especially if I want my bishop outside the pawn chain anyways. That might have been a better option. Yeah, because right here I run into this awkward problem of what to do with my light square bishop. If I play g6, and then they castle and I play bishop g7, hoping to like keep this diagonal free, they can maybe play rook e1 and make it awkward for me with the pressure on e7. I can't castle freely. So that's an option. So I took with a bishop, he played h3, I went e6. So I'm doing this in hopes of like later playing a pawn break like c5 so I can actually get this bishop into the game. But that never quite materialized. Here I did not take the pawn on c3 because if take, take, and take, he has bishop d6 and I thought it'd be awkward. I thought he'd have decent compensation. Let's see if the computer agrees on that. The materialistic computer. Engine says knight d5. Yeah, knight d5 is another simplifying operation I was talking about. Trying to get him to take and probably take with a c-pawn. Yeah, maybe this is a better option in retrospect. So I castled, he played queen d3. I probably should still play that knight d5 move, but I did this. This is a nice maneuver. Queen d3 to g3, threatening bishop c7. It just kind of feels like my position is not quite right here. I mean, if I knew I was able to get c5 in quicker, then I would like it, but it's hard to get that move in now. Like he gets to play d5, there's always some problems. Like my undefended bishop on e7 getting x-rayed by his rook. So b6, rook a d1, yeah, he has basically a perfect position. Just really surprised that you know, he did this. And he did it pretty fast, too. B3, I took on A3. So the engine thinks, like, his position's still great, even after giving up that A pawn. I was wondering about C4. I was also wondering about bishop D3, if he could try to force my queen somewhere awkward. Because, like, if I go here, yeah, rook E5 is crushing. My queen is trapped. If I take, he has this bishop takes H7 idea. Discovered attack on my queen. So I have to be careful. Like, I'd have to choose between B4 and A5. And A5 might just get pinned with rook A1. So I was planning to go queen B4, but I'm not happy about that very poor queen-bishop battery. That's a battery to nowhere. So instead, though, he played rook A1, and I got bishop B2 in. Ah, okay, rook A4. Yeah, I didn't see that move. That would defend the d-pawn and effectively cut off my bishop's retreat. I wonder if I'm just nearly losing this bishop if he does that. Seems like it. Like rook, even the simple rook B1 is something I have a hard time addressing. Yeah, he definitely should have done that. Instead, he did this and then immediately took on D7. Just really bizarre. And then took on C6. Yeah, the only logical explanation is that he thought his queen was here or here, so that bishop takes C6 would be supported, and that he'd be like skewering all my major pieces. It's the only reason I can think of. So, all right, well, lucky win against EpicEffects, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'll be back again with another Blitz game tomorrow, and please leave me any feedback in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.